side. Camera chef. Hello. How are you all doing? I hope you're well. It was mainly at you, Igor, specifically. But I'm gonna say that to everybody. You're wearing my merch. But yeah, beware my merch, stinkies. I need to know that you're showing off my face. You're showing off my face. You go to the shops, my face. You're going to bed, my face. You're going for a shite, my face. It's all in my face everywhere. Haggis ready to get her daily intake of vegetables? Yes, I really like broccoli. It's gonna be fun. I have tested it. It was working. So we'll see. We'll see, but it has been working. I guess today we're just gonna be talking away and shit. I don't really need my controller. I can emphasize it's a game. Yeah. Emphasize it's a game. That's fine, that's fine. Let's see. Where is it? STEM. Let's turn this off first. Mainly because I don't think I can come out once I'm in. If that makes sense. I don't know if I can come out whilst I'm in. My tail! Ah! I was sitting on it. Okay, it's quite low. Let's see. There we go. Make it a wee bit larger there. Wait, is it? It's doing it again, isn't it? Yeah, it's flicking again. It's not on screen. No way. God dang it! Let's try again. I'm gonna go in and out until it works. Just in and out, over and over again until it works. Oh, it's one. This one's. We'll see. It worked! And now it's no longer working. Benji. Aye! Stop it! Oh, wow. Really? Are you serious? You think this is funny? Because I personally don't find it funny. No, I didn't think so. Exactly. He's being a poop today. Right. Ice. The We'll sit here until it works again. It did work before. We just need to keep going at it. Keep at it. No, and just keep going. And just keep going. Yeah, the game did take that personally. Like, literally. Got annoyed. I know. It's being so strange. Like, hold on. Right. I'm just doing it the annoying way. I broke it! Okay, okay. Ignore. Yay! Let's get our veggies. Nobody move. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into an unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up whilst making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause. What? Oh yeah, he's been in hospital. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause. And the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempt from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. Oh, always come to terms. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track, lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. She's a clanker! What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. Hi, Jean! How are you doing, my lovely? You cutiest patootiest. She seems to be running laps at somewhat an easy lope, her prosthetic legs clanking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this easily in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning! Your name is Hisao, right? She grinned, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name. You may not remember me. And me? I locked you over in the hall yesterday. Oh, Missy Barazaki! She imitates Misha imitating Shizune, failing to get the same kind of subdued lilt into her high-pitched voice. How could I forget such an, blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that. So long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Great! I'm not sure if she realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about, is that actually you? Oh, dang it. Ha! Huh? That's right. Oh, I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What are you saying? I don't like I could be a spy? No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch me every move. Unless you're here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track. So, why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Aha! Training! For what? Track. Ah, I see. So you're on a track team then? Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yeah, I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know? I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know? It's true, I've never really been good at that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but I was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. Ah, I see. Not that into the whole organization thing. But, now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? Huh? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. She nearly killed them. He has a heart condition and she ran head first into him. And she's just like, nah. Are you gonna warm up? Real men don't warm up. Well, be prepared. Be prepared. Oh no, you always should warm up. Bad Hisao. She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Let's go! So we both take off, running around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? I'm not gonna lie, I would love to try some some running blades? That would be so cool. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, man. I would probably get back into running too. That would be really cool. Oh, the bear guy is one of the real men. And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than heels. I tried to match my stride to Emmy, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, and slow to walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice that I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanour. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Yeah, I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is that you started, right? Next time you just have to try and hold out longer, and then longer, and then longer, and eventually you'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm going to get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I got plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I'll finish my routine. See you later, Hiso. Yeah, see ya. She fucks off. Fuck class. I don't care that I'm at a boarding school. I gotta run. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice, at least, to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorms and to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long hot shower. I'm tired from all that running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. Hi, Netix. Welcome in. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall and put on my clothes. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears. Holy fuck, what the fuck is Jeffrey doing in my shower? Out of nowhere, a shadow appears with the mist looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. Sup? What are you doing in here? The hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. Since he's naked and I've turned off sexual... Well, it's the Steam version, so it doesn't have the sexual content. Does that mean he would just be standing there, tackle out? Oh, no. I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that. Start naked. But I hold my tongue back. Finally, I realize I'm still naked too and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me. But Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up. But then, why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad? It's like he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know your room. And, yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up though. Whatever. It's not important. Can I borrow some money? What the fuck? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying to very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane size glasses. Why did I join as you said tackle out? I'm sorry, but look at him. We don't have the sexual content on this version since we're streaming. And I'm just wondering if he would just be standing there full on tackle out. Oh. I do have the original downloaded and installed though, so I can play that myself and find out. But, god dang it. Oh, we're doing good. We're doing good. Welcome in, Kita-san. Please go check out Kito. He's obviously a massive dick. Yes. Talking naturally like this, wearing nothing feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked. To say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I tried to brush the feeling off with a little success. Money! Sure. Awesome. Wait, why'd you need it? Yeah. Can you just give it to me because I had the goodwill to run through your pocket? I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets whilst you were in the shower. I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment since his thoughts were so clearly impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. But if that is your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. Ah, I get some of the pizza too, right? No! Are you serious? Yeah. I'll give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat a pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and to pay the guy and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza, and they will ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. This happened before. That's how I know. Every day, I plan my vengeance so that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose completely without irony. But yeah, I only need like 400 yen, please. You're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I don't try to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened last time I went out without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something. Standing? Maybe. Wondering how I got there? And then, out of nowhere it happened. Like a flash of lightning. Splitting in the sky like how you split a sandwich in two equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was your first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that. Even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. It was like the openings to some kind of anime show. You know, how there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival and they fly at each other and clash swords. And there's like this big dramatic colored auras and zoom. It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Oh, don't leave me hanging, man. I only need 1,000 yen. That's always 400. Okay. What? I pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. Practically disturbing fact, given there's a baton that his baton is conducting freely. Oh my god, it is! He is standing there in the scud. He's standing there tackle out in the scuddy buff. No! Okay. You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Did you know that the male porn stars only make about half of what female porn stars make? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda, and you can't even spot me in your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? The feminist agenda stuff again? This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit. But this is serious here. Feminists are dangerous enemy. Make no mistake. You take them lightly and you wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stopping things. You'd think with all that practice in the kitchen they would be better at it. I'm sorry. Oh, fucking this game, I swear to God. He looks like the type that would think salt is too spicy. He has so many locks on his doors. He's paranoid to fuck. I think he has schizoaffective disorder. Insert satire panel here. I've given up. It doesn't work. I still get banned anyway. It doesn't work. Now we don't use satire. What we call them is women. Women. These women. Gonna be the dude that has to ask how to close the nearest school is before he asks for a job application. It's sad excuse of a man clearly got dumped like 8 years ago and still holds. Oh yeah, definitely. It's physical embodiment of actually. He's just missing a fedora. To me, he's paranoid Jeffrey, but I actually think Jeffrey's nicer. I actually quite like Jeffrey. So I feel quite bad every time I call him that. I don't think he would like my fee on his face since he's anti-feminist. And no, only feminazis are against pornography. A true feminist would see it as empowerment. Allowing a woman to do what they want and express themselves freely. Sorry! Not really. Let people fuck. I don't care. As long as it's consensual. A trilby. A fucking trilby. Women are terrible at stabbing things. I thought you just said don't take them lightly. Well, I mean, don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat, but if there was some kind of war, like a big war, with men on the side and feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. Are you sure about that? Because in the wars, you couldn't help but have women fix your fucking tanks and shit. Women were fixing your machinery. Women! Women! It's a big... I usually don't give a shit, but I just hate this man. I'm gonna be the biggest feminazi there is. I'm just gonna fucking annoy him. Yes, he did. Actually, it's hilarious. Actually. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, "It's on now, motherfuckers!" Wait, since when was Kason the head of the feminists? Good morning, motherfuckers! You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be a massive... You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone would notice a big forest with women only in it. Igor used to own one. Yeah, chat. You can hit him back with that. He used to own one. It doesn't matter if it was for a cosplay. He owned one. Who said it was on Earth? I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning faces in the mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance anyway. Which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard or sense of sensibility. Can you time out, streamer? No! No! Yeah, there's a war going on. A war! Not many know about it. But it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all of the known world. Then we will have to pick sides. We'll have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it, a bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. When I mistook the time the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. Nah, he's making some valid points. I'm not gonna lie. It does sound like we do have a war, to be honest. And with the whole taking sides part, that's just where trans people come in. They're just going, yeah, fuck it. I'm one of the lassies, and then trans women join the women's fight, and then the assholes are like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm really a dude, man. And then they fuck over and become trans men. We're all just picking sides. Let us live. We need separate bathrooms. One's for all the women and one's for all the men's. Give us our giant line across the sand. God fucking dang it. I can't. I fucking can't with this man. I don't, because I always will. I always will. Is he dead, by the way? Is he actually dead? Nah, he was seen 2 days ago. Okay. There was a rumor going around saying they died. And it was like, the fuck? What happened? But nah, it was just a rumor mill. But yeah, everybody get your HRT and choose sides. HRT and choose sides! There can be only one! I hate this man. Don't know, but the White House is making some sort of announcement later today. I don't know. I feel like he's gonna live for a very long time. JD Vance has stated that he will step up and take over any duties if need be, so... There is that. Maybe JD's gonna take on more duties. I don't fucking know. There's been nothing from him in the latest tweet. It was way too articulate to be written by Trump. You might... Who knows? Duties. Duties. Who knows? But I'm interested. Now that you said the White House has got a statement, I'm interested. But yeah, he's a passport bruh. If I haven't, do you know what? No, he can't be a passport bruh because he is too scared to even leave his house. He's an incel bruh. That's what he is. Especially since he's against the feminists. He's an incel. Ooh. Well, my thought is maybe someone's going to be taking over Trump's social media. Maybe JD will have more of an input. Why the fuck is it auto mod on you? But yeah. He voted in the first and second things. I don't give a fuck who you vote for as long as you vote. This dude is watching Columbine documentary after taking notes. No, he's done the fucking run-throughs of the Doom operation. He's got a second computer just so he can play the run-throughs and practice. Oh god. Right, give me a second. So I'm sorry, I might just turn into raging fucking red pill every so often. When I'm reading his stuff, I end up getting inspired. Oh, talking about inspired. I spoke about this yesterday, but since we're reading and stuff, I can take little breaks more here and there, okay? It's alright, I'm so excited to show you guys. You guys ready? Shondo! 3 days. Oh, wait. I forgot I have this one up. Right! Her new outfit. Watch. Which is. We have a baby Shitler! He's just so cute! Look at her! Isn't it cute? It's so cute! We're not done. We're not done. I have so much. Oh man. Where's the full reference sheets? But yeah, go check out her full stream. She shows it off. She's... Oh, there's a good one. I'm sorry, my internet is being so slow today. Oh, why is it being so slow? On is currently thinking, Nando's design is too so pretty.
It'd be so much easier to draw if she had less clothes on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You are right.
Yeah.
So, I made it very possible for me to take my clothes off.
Oh. Why do you have to end there? No, don't end there. Don't end it. Don't end it.
Life much simpler.
Mm.
Wanna see?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
strictly artist improvement purposes.
Mm.
I'm very helpful like that. I like to help.
Yeah.
I do. I like to be a helper. Okay, watch this.
Go.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take something off.
Take it off. Huh? Where'd you go? Where did you go? Oh. She can take it'll take a long thing, and she'll end up having a completely different outfit. But yeah. Let me affix this again. There we go. But yes, go check out Shonda's new outfit. It's absolutely amazing. Her new rigging is fantastic too. And she's so pretty. She's so pretty. I love that she went for the military look. It's so good. It's so fitting. It's perfect. I love it. And she promises she won't eat you ever. Yeah, this asshole. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakless of our fight. When I mistook the time, the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized I gave up. It would all be over. And I was like, whoa! I knew I had to get serious. Because I am the lassie man! On an insane world! It's about duty. Must it be cream proper movement if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in the bathroom at another naked guy? So can I have the money? He's blocking the way out and it's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class, so I agree on the spot to spot him some money. Oh, awesome. Thanks, dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling? Yeah, it's like ultimate sport. There's almost no women bowlers either, making it almost the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower accents? They're bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you had better pay me back. Can I pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have the time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know. I have to go to class. You're kind of in my way. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't want to hold you up, and I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. The time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it. I was just going into it. And what does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So, I have to be alone or I can't go. Just stop looking at me. I can't go whilst you're looking at me. Okay, what if someone else comes in? The time has come and so have I. Indeed, Jelly. I'll think of something. I give him my practiced friend, and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice it or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. I mean, yeah, it does feel like that. Spending time around Kenji is like that. That is time I will never get back. I get him for this somehow. But right now I have to get to the class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up with when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is a good reason as any to stay up for now, to stop coming to class every... God, fuck off! God! Waking up when my head hits the surface of the desk, rubbing my forehead, I realize this is as good a reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear the tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was of importance to look prim when entering her classroom. "Excuse me," she calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. "Morning, Lily." "Hiso, good morning. I didn't hear you come in." I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't see anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big of a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here just asleep until now. "Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance?" "No, she seems to come in only just before the bells ring, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you?" "No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I don't hear anyone else on my way here. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess." "You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway." "It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for the event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today. Hi! Or it could just be that Misha wasn't here yet." Misha pops into the room with Shizune, as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. "Hello, Ians! Welcome in! Привет! Hi, Hee-chan!" "Hi." "Look, it's the class representative. Hello!" Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. "Good morning." "Of course, you're not a representative of this class, right? Right?" "I'm not." Lily seems a little more guarded in her answer to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. "Okay, take care, Jane! Bye-bye! Mwah! Don't die! Mwah! I guess they really don't get along at all. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she is talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. "You're here early, Shizune." "You were here even earlier than us! Misha is a man's name." Oh, here Misha is a girl's name. We have the name Misha as a girl. Mainly in the UK is mainly used for girl dogs. I rarely hear it for an actual person. Unless they're from like Poland or something, but it's rare. It's mainly usually girl doggos here. Kind of like how Tama is a name for a cat. It's usually like a name for a kitty cat in Japan. Onhachi for dogs. Misha is kind of a dog name. Or at least I think so. It's more of like a specific pit bull, like a Staffordshire Terrier pit bull name. Misha! Misha! That sounds so cute. You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting so angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true. I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything, especially since she likes to be first in everything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Haha! Class rep, it's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for their events. Even the first years, except you. Oh, there is still time to hand it in, isn't there? Today! The deadline is today! You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago. But someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Especially since all of her class is blind. Did you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she's really getting into this role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused, though. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard on her? There's still the whole day left. Please, Hisao. Oh, wait, that's her. Please, Hisao, it's all right. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I am disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. Now, can I have it, please? Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets better and better. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something that you should just be delegating away. As class rep, it's your job to be on top of things. This kind of a disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. I completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with that attitude? I said it's not something you should be delegating away. You're the class representative, or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't even handle something this simple yourself. One form isn't the full extent of what I am supposed to take care of. Lily's tone has grown slightly impatient, but she is doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she is becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips as Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear. But this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. It is another orgy, you, and stop it! I was actually discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be very difficult. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. I can see your pants! That's the whole pant shop! The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Hey, Chan. Don't you slack off either. What are you talking about? Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hee-chan? You are, aren't you? Then, I hope you're doing a lot more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. I think they're just trying to change the subject. Hey, come on! Cut me and Lily some slack. Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? It's not like I could have done much even if I wanted. That's right. You shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into it on his first week. Pants in this wholesome Christian server? I wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't focused on them. I'm spoiled. Feels oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. Excuses. Miss Class Rep has had plenty of time to deal with her report, and we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success. No, I've refused to join your club. Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if. I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that's what she wants. Whatever, forget it. Turn my back at them. I get back to my seat and shut my eyes from the final, from the finale of the argument between Lily and Shizune. Eventually, Lily leaves our classroom and Shizune and Misha seat themselves without talking to me. I can feel Shizune's eyes burning into my back. She's probably angry at me, but I'm just as angry with her. I don't get why she had to drag me into the argument. Because she's jealous! She's jealous! Oh. No! Physically crippling! I'm joking, but yes! Yes! Hello! We're good. It's Hanako! Hanako doesn't come into the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn the pages of my textbook lazily. No, intend the pun! Do it! Do it! I have a bit of catching up to do, despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm feeling that enthusiastic about it today. The clock in the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations, taken directly from the book. Yeah. The rhythmic clashing of the chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. Oh, and that's why you're an Aneep-chan. You like me because I'm a veggie. Oh, I'm eating veggies. Because I'm a Do you know what's even funnier about that? I'm awful. I'm awful. Well, enjoy your work, elusive insomniac. I enjoy lurky patooties. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do. So I stay for a while, reviewing what we have covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I know Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune signing so fast their hands make noises with swords cutting through the air. Oh! Make sure to be careful and don't get caught. Oh. Don't get caught. Let me give you a wink since you're in the bathroom. If you're in the bathroom, does that mean that you're sitting on the pooper? Poop! Maybe there's pent-up anger in there. I haven't been caught in the last dozen times. Good, good. Boss makes $1, I make a dime. Ah! That's why I shit on the company's time. A company I worked with used to force me to take my the phone with me to the bathroom. They're like, no, if you need to pee, you have to take the phone with you. I was like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. Oh yeah, I was a secretary, kind of like the phone answering lady. And they're like, yeah, if you go to the bathroom, take a phone with you. Okay, I'll conduct interviews for people on the shitter. Being an ally stream is optional. Shitting whilst doing it is mandatory. Oh, I prefer pee. I'm not so much of a scat enjoyer. I do like a wee bit of piss. But if you do a shit, make sure you clean your butthole afterwards. Bidet preferable. My pants aren't all the way up. I'm gonna see. Oh. I can see it hanging. Look at it just dangle. Whoa. Does it wiggle? Shake. Look at it. Look at it. You said your pants are on? Lies. Lies. I don't care if my dyslexia read it wrong or if I misread it. Lies! Lies! It's all lies! I can see it. I can use my Haggis vision. A wee bit off! Piss! A wee bit of piss. I go wee bit of piss. Get your wee bit. You trying to make people pantless? No. I just want to see what willies look like when they dangle there in the toilet. Does it like get in the way when you're like trying to have a poop? Disgusting! It's just kind of funny. Like, does it get in the way of like when did it just like hang? Ugh. Has there ever been a toilet that has been so full that you've sat on it and got cold balls with splashback? You get splashback on your bollocks. Is what I want to know. I don't have one. I need to ask the questions. If nobody asks the questions, we don't get the answers. And how are the females supposed to take over if we don't have the answers? Remember, there's a war out there. Fucking Kenji. No, because it's connected to the front, not the bottom of your crotch. So even when it hangs, it doesn't hang near the back door. Dick tends to touch the ball. You know, just made me entirely terrified of suckers. I sit on the toilet when I pee to avoid the tropical drip on the toilet. Now it's a forbidden lollipop because of all the dirt is on the bowl. I hope you guys clean your toilets. Clean your toilets. Yeah, asking these questions did get us to... For science it was, because I heard a science fact that if a man dunks his balls in soy sauce, he can taste it. And we did it for charity though. Full on charity. I dread the suckers. No. Yeah, you did it for charity. Hito-san is a streamer and good friend of this channel, and I was doing a 3-day charity event for sick kids in hospitals, so that they can get games for their stuff. And Gamers Outreach are amazing. And Kito, bad at speedrunning. Kito is, I don't know, there's no one like Kito. He's amazing. He's funny. And I stole his wife too. I stole his wife as well. Don't worry, Kingsley. Luna is stolen too. I just steal all the wives. Hi, Ja! But yeah, we did it for a bunch of money. Suck on my chocolate salted balls. You never watch my streams pantless? Boo. I'm pantless. Actually, I am wearing a nightgown today. A nightie. I am looking like a lady today. I am wearing a nightie. Aside from Isla, to be honest. You don't want me to be well? Sad. Euro. I'm sorry, I'm only a euro. I have to apologize for being British. I've only got pounds. Not discriminating against Scottish gremlins. It's just because I like men. Oh, fucking hell. That we could be a lavender couple! Let's be a lavender marriage. It's alright. The only men I tend to ogle are Yakuza. And only chance. My condolences! No! What kind of British? Let's just get my fucking passport revoked again. What kind of British are you? Could have just said that you like men. Oh, they're a big ass lesbian. Most of my chats are gay lesbians, Russians, homosexuals. I don't know. To be fair, most of us would just like see a game character and kind of like would. English. Wow! Welcome in, lions and rosies and George. Ah, and Georgie boy. Welcome to the club. Not me. I'm German male. Ah, guten Tag. Guten Morgen? No, it's afternoon now, isn't it? Ich bin dein Hund! Literally the only fucking shit. Every time. Ich bin dein Hund! Ich bin dein Hund! Ich bin dein... bin dein Hund! You never listen to Nina Hagen. You should. She is a fantastic, eccentric artist. Prix. Shonen nach Mittag? Schon nach Mittag? I don't know.
Maybe.
No! It's just a guess because Gaelic is actually a Germanic-based language. Shonen was beautiful? Oh, maybe it could mean two things. Really? Actually, I have quite a few Germans coming now, to be honest. Now that I think about it, I get a lot of people from... What is... Okay, I'm not checked this in forever. Let's check. United States and United Kingdom are my top two. And then Japan, then Germany, then Canada, Russia, Norway, Australia, Malaysia, and Brazil. So USA, hello! UK, hello! Japan, hello! Germany, hello! Canada, hello! Russia, hello! Norway, hello! Malaysia, there's actually one more after that, let's see. Sweden, no, there's more. Sweden, France, Latvia. Oh, well, we know who the Latvian is. And then the Czech Republic. I know who the Latvians are. Whoa. Miss Worldwide. Puerto Rico represent. Yeah. You can represent Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, it's not on the map. My favorite quote that's been named here is just people telling others, "Speak German, you son of a bitch! Sprich Deutsches, du... Sprich Deutsches, du... Hirnschon. Hirnschon. Sprich Deutsches, du Hirnschon? I don't know that last one. Sprechen Sie Deutsches? Fan art once you get home. Ah! Oh, I always love art. Art's amazing. We'll work on that. I don't know. I didn't learn German in school. I was one of the only German that I know is through music. Mainly Rammstein, obviously. Nina Hagen, which I have said. But in the UK, you're usually du hast mich. Yes, I love all of them. Most of my good dreams are me having an outing with Till Laderman. Most of my good dreams are me hanging out with Till. I'm so bad. I can't sing it. I can't sing it because I know I'm saying it wrong. But if I'm on my own, I will blast it and it'll just sing however it sounds. And I know I'm probably singing it wrong. I'll sing a German song for you guys and it'll be like that woman. Oh! What is it? Woman sings... Mariah Carey? Oh, I can't remember. Do you guys remember there was like somebody who was like and they thought they were singing English, but they were just making the sounds that they thought it sounded like, and it was on like Pop Idol or something. I'll need to look into that. Don't care, just sing it wrong. Butcher my language. That's half the fun. To be fair, I butcher my own language constantly. I could start speaking in full-on English, go into Scots, get angrier, and go in full-on Gaelic. Oh, I do! I do! And I've only ever been in English education. Scots is my mother tongue. And so, Scots is my mother tongue, and then you have... The second is English, which is out in... mainly education and stuff, and you do have Gaelic up in the Highlands, and I did watch a lot of cartoons when I was younger. Can I speak Gaelic fluently? No. 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 Am I learning every day? Yeah. Yeah. That's why I try and use it every so often. To be fair though, English is butcher English. English do butcher English. We all do. The entire country of Britain, countries of Britain, just butcher it constantly. It's so diverse. English is a tight language anyway. Watch me get a ban on YouTube for this. Hold on. And I've got English subtitles for the non-Scots speakers, so don't you worry. Even though it's said pretty eloquently and shouldn't need translation, but the world has decided that Scots is the language, so it's only fair. Sorry, I'm trying to find... I don't have a button for my background with this specific game. So I really should, since we're playing it again. People seem to like it. Where did it go? There we go. One of my first introductions to a Scottish person was Denny Ken. Close enough. Close, yeah. Denny, like D-I-N-N. Yeah, Denny Ken. Just replied, I don't understand, which is hilarious. Yes, constantly. She had lots of fun at my expense that weekend. Yes! 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 Yes, brother. Some British accents are worse. Oh, I don't mind. Every accent's got a fun wee bit to it. I quite like the Cornwall accent when they start talking a bit like farmers. I really quite like that accent. I can't get enough of it.
Serious?
Oh, I like Frankfurt.
What are you waiting for?
Tommy, This is not natural, man.
It's a great outdoors. It's fresh air.
Look, Tommy, we know you're getting a hard time off Lizzie, but there's really no need to take it out on us.
Doesn't it make you proud to be Scottish?
It's shite being Scottish! We're the lowest of the low! The scum of the fucking earth! The most wretched, miserable, servile, pathetic trash that was ever shot into civilization. Some people hate the English, I don't. They're just wankers. We, on the other hand, are colonised by wankers. Can't even find a decent culture to be colonised by. We're ruled by effete arseholes. It's a shite state of affairs to be in, Tommy, and all the fresh air in the world won't make any fucking difference.
Sorry, man. No, like... No, I'm sorry. I don't appreciate it, Tommy. It's not...
I'll tell you what though, any cunt who's no Scottish brings that up and they will get a punch in the face. Anybody who's Scottish though, I'll be like, oh okay, based. That's fine. Right, let me fix that. Oh. You would though. You're one of them wankers. Oh fuck you, I'm joking. It's true though, some people hate the English, I don't. The governments are just wankers. It is what it is. Right, let me quickly find where, because that shouldn't actually be like that. It's through a different one, like I said, the one I don't have the fucking button for. Ah! Haha! Oh, guys, my pretzels came, and holy shit, I fucking hate them. Oh! They are so big. They are so big. And I'm just like, the tub is like bigger than my head. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a pretzel, see how this tastes. And it was the best tasting fucking thing ever. And I was like, oh. Is it me? Am I the little Scottish in you? Am I the... Can I climb up into your butt? And live in your tummy. I'm joking. I got both sides of me. They fucking hate each other. Brilliant. A fun little fact about Scottish lineage is most people whom have, if you check your descendants, etc., etc. I know of family who's done their descendant history, and in both of their lines, just through marriage, they've ended up with both like one of the well-known kings and a Sir Mr. Longshanks, both in the same family lineage, just through a marriage. So it can happen because they were also intertwined back then. So history is still giving out fuck yous to this day. I'm so tempted to clip you saying they're so big. You can clip me. Feel free to clip me. I don't mind. If I end up using your clips, I do put your names on the clips as I put them out. I haven't been putting clips out recently because, honestly, it's kind of sad that the Yakuza grind was ending. And then, I don't know, once it ended... Imagine doing nothing but this one thing for a full 6 months and then suddenly you don't need to do it anymore. Out of nowhere. And it's like, Oh. Yeah. Fuck. Now I've got shit to catch up on. So that's where it's been a wee bit of a lull. But we're getting back into it. It does. It feels weird. There'll be a new game announced in like 2-3 weeks. There better be. You have no idea how close I've been to just throwing on Ishin. No, I'm not doing that. Alright. Let me get a wee drink of water and then we'll start again. Whom are we trying to woo, by the way? Whom are we wanting to try and woo? Because I think our choices matter, and I think we just accidentally leaned more into... Yeah. Lily. I'm kind of hoping we can try and get some... Oh. My apologies. My brain's gone. Hanako! I was hoping that we would hopefully get with Hanako since everybody's kind of seen interested, but yeah, I'm going with the flow and just hoping, see what happens. So I'm hoping we haven't fucked it over with Hanako because we did kind of like make her run away. And then we ignored her and just started reading the other day. Well, it looked like she wanted somebody to read so that she could, so. Hope so. Hey, let's see. You're 50 Shades of White? Don't worry, me too. My DNA is all white. My family's, however. It just ran out of black ink before they got to me. They're like, nah, this one needs to be all white. All white! And I'm just like, yeah, don't. I even have a picture of me with siblings and I'm reflecting the light back at them. Obviously not full siblings, but still. I am reflecting the light back at the camera just with my skin. I'm so mad. So mad. There's a fucking wedding picture as well. All nice, and it's just like the three of us standing there, and I'm just like, boom. Insane. As I'm playing my time, my skin was grey. There's so much white in me that turned grey. That's hilarious. I don't know. People freaked when they saw the color of my skin. They were like, oh my god! You're white. I'm like, yeah. I'm what we call here as Peely Wally. Yeah, regular coastly pale. Yeah, a Peely Wally. God dang. That's crazy. Well, I'm glad you got your skin color back. Ooh. She's in these signs to the point where her wrists crackle and Misha struggles to spit out the words in form. Sometimes she trips over herself, like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And then, on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, the business is soon finished, and the girls sit down in their seats again. Oh, I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on the desk, looking exhausted. I'll use this opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped into the student council things again, though I suspect the door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. You can see yourself in the dark. No! Indeed, the people in school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being this enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end, she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with a harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously. Well, of course, we're in the student council. You know we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. We would be ashamed ourselves if we would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws, no... I think that was encumbrance... No, nothing that might make the festival short of perfect. You can't be born as a corpse. Zombie. Zombie. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello. I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body hidden behind a door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Oh no, she's starting to go. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down, start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapping nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako by associating one of her dislikes of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Huh, has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She, came by in the morning, though. Hana keeps looking uneasy at Shizune, stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What she's trying to do. Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she's intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on their festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at? Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, we're working hard to make a festival happen, and driving other people insane along the way. Well, good luck with that. I stand up to leave, making my exit before either of them manages to berate me anymore for slacking off. The halls are somewhat quiet, as expected. Everyone must be in the club meetings or at festival preparations, or both. Shizune's words about being a slacker echo in my head. I feel a bit guilty about not contributing, but I seem to lack the resolve to do something concrete about the matter. For the festival, it's too late already, unless I could be helping Shizune and Misha, which I naturally don't, and clubs. I don't know. What about gonna help Missy Footface? What's her face? Aye, the wee ginger one. Because he really enjoyed watching her paint. Maybe I'm not a club type of person. Halfway through the way from the school building to the dorms, I saw a figure in front of the dorms. Yeah, that's her face! It looks like she was working on her mural today too. I walk over to her, but she doesn't seem to notice me approaching. She's sitting on an unturned box, looking intently at the wall. She is painting with a brush held between her toes. The mural has progressed considerably since yesterday, but it's still only half done, as far as I can tell. More colors have appeared, and the twisted human-like figures have spread and increased in number. I have to say, the style is quite eye-catching and very unique. Not that I would be knowledgeable about art by any measurable scale, but it's very nice looking nevertheless. I clear my throat to get her attention, but not startle her so her concentration won't break. Wait! She doesn't even turn to check who it is. I'll wait. "15 minutes later, I decide that her concentration is indeed unbroken, and also that I have waited long enough to warrant poking her gently in the shoulder to remind her of my presence. Rin turns her head mechanically to my direction, ending up staring at my crotch level. Oh, is he so? What's with that reaction in my groin? She can tell? Would feel a lot less uncomfortable if she would look in my face. An astute observation, hard at work, I see. The conversation starts as if I hadn't been here for a quarter of an hour already, but it's not a concern. At least in starts. It's looking good. It does the layers of paint, hiding other layers of paint, mixing and shaping the human figures really create an impressive look. But Rin looks miffed. You shouldn't comment on works in progress. 7 years of bad luck. It sounds terrible, I guess. I'll take it back then. Still, it looks good. I wonder if I get 14 years of bad luck for thinking that. Rin turns back to look at her painting, and she pokes it with a big tool. Could you mix some of this color? I'm running out of it. She looks down at a half-empty bowl of the remains of the same pinkish paint in it. I didn't really intend to stay and help with her with this project, though. I guess I didn't intend to do anything much. I look at Rin and she looks emptily back at me. Just this once. Rin picks up another brush and drenches it in another tone of pale red. There are dozens of similar bowls all around her working area. From the looks of the scene, she could have been sitting there for hours. I wonder if she has. That would mean she'd have been skipping school, though. Which I, of course, wouldn't put beyond someone like Rin. I pour a little bit of white and red into the bowl, trying to match the colour with the one already on the wall. I can't seem to get it right. It's really inconvenient of her to not mix enough in the first place. Getting it to be so exact, the same tone, will be impossible, but at least I can try and get as close as I can. Speaking of hard work, isn't it a huge workload for you too? It's such a big painting and all. Oh, I'm not old and bitter enough yet to think like that. I guess you aren't. I guess right. Legs hurt though. They feel like slugs. Slugs made of sea slugs. Because of the position? Yeah. I like doing a horizontal position more. If you know what I'm talking about. Ooh. Ah! What? Yeah, I like doing it in a horizontal position more if you know what I'm talking about. But it can't be helped. I can't ask the wall to lay down. Saying that, she stretches herself a little, bending her legs in back far more than a human should flex. It's astonishing how effortlessly she manages her body around. I'm sorry for my reading today. I'm getting dry throat as well. The story's so good! There's a small flinch in her otherwise blank expression, a hint of pain maybe, as she stretches out her calves. Rin must have stamina and dexterity, far above a normal person to be able to live like she does, but she's wearing out. Working on this. Why push yourself so much? Take a break or something at least. Continue tomorrow if it's bad. This gives her a pause. A long one too, feeling like a mental yawn. I don't think so, Hiso. I'm not pushing myself. It sure looks like you are. No, it's not about pushing or pulling or anything related to that kind of thing. There is this boy. A boy? Yeah. Where? At the art club. Huh? And? He's blind? Oh. How can you paint if you're blind? No idea. So why is he there? That's the point. He's there. She really should speak more than one word at a time to make this feel more like a discussion and less like an interrogation. Yeah, I'm confused. Can't really do anything that you'd call art, right? But he comes there anyway and paints. Why? I don't know why. I don't know. That's why I asked. No. So, he doesn't paint often, but I think his paintings are very interesting. I'm sure they are. I once tried that, painting with my eyes closed. Wasn't too interesting. And cleaning up the floor took ages. I didn't try again. But he's becoming better at sculpting. I see. Oh wow, yeah, sculpting if you're blind, that would be great. Your order is shipped? Oh, what you getting? Maybe I was just trying to make a point with this. Maybe she forgot she had one. Seems like the art club is full of interesting people. Not really. Very blunt statement, and she totally missed the sarcasm. No? Just like it said, they're not very interesting. I usually don't really have much interest in people who are not interesting. Maybe you have. Maybe. But that boy is interesting. Maybe I'm like that boy, or maybe you are. Maybe everyone is. Doing things you can't do just because you can. It's pretty deep, I think. I'm gonna tell that to her. You're a deep one. Nah. Really shallow and thoughtless person. People say that to me all the time. Did you know I can only think of 4 things at the same time? No, but now I know. Right now I'm thinking of the second floor girls' toilets, ice cream flavored ice cream, the middle toe. The middle toe and a haircut. I'm gonna need a haircut. She shakes her head around vigorously, letting her short and messy hair ruffle wildly around. I can see that doing it is something that she likes to do. We fall silent as Rin treads around absent-mindedly, poking some brushes around. The thought about the art club sticks in my head for a while longer. I'm feeling like I'm treading on very unknown territory with art. The way these meetings with Rin go, it's as though I'm starting a smoking habit or something. I should probably stop talking with her. It's not like I dislike her, despite the confusion her being herself causes. And I don't dislike art either. I've been drawn for some fun something. Blah, blah, blah. I've even drawn for some fun sometimes. I just don't have the real creative drive or any technical skill. So usually, if I were to draw something, I get white paper syndrome and just freeze completely. That, or I manage to draw something disfigured and promptly get frustrated at my inability to put the picture in my head down on the paper. That's me. And then call it quits without really even trying to make an effort. Rin clearly doesn't have this problem. But she frustrates me in another way. Being with her is like looking into a mirror that doesn't reflect anything. It makes one question the sanity of the act. Rin sits down on her box, swaying from side to side. Oh god, I'll stop rocking. When people say that, I know it's my rocking. Ah, fuck! Right. Stop being autistic for a second. From side to side, apparently comfortable with the uncomfortable silence. She is staring at me again, or maybe over my shoulder. I can't quite figure out where her eyes are focused. I'm thinking of leaving so she can carry on working. Okay, I can talk again. The dog will stop working. I'm thinking of leaving so I can carry on working undistracted and that I can do whatever I'm going to do alone. It's not like I have anything that must be done today. Ah, shit. Who? Nobody. I just forgot to tell Hanako that Lily was looking for her. Do you know her from a class? No, her, the mystery toilet girl. I didn't want to point it out, but yeah, the toilet girl. The person is funny. I saw her going to the toilet 5 times during one recess 3 weeks ago. I'm sure it's a world record. Oh, she actually does haunt the toilets. Oh, wow. Well, a name quite on the nose. It was very mysterious. That's why you call her Mystery Toilet Girl? What other reason could there possibly be? Well, if there is, it's an eternal mystery. And follow her in there. Maybe it was the week before that. Could have been. Looking at her makes me hungry. Don't say that!
Why is Rin me? This isn't fair. She must be autistic and have no arms. Oh. I'm autistic and have no lower back muscle.
God, fuck. Crazy. More tongue bars. Whoa. Oh, that's cute. Don't say that. At least no around her. Rin turns to look at me blankly as if she's not sure why I reproved her. But she doesn't acknowledge understanding any more than before, so I give up at this point. So, do you want to go eat dinner then? Is she based off of the autistic one in Girls in Panzer? I'm just seeing the short hair. Besides, she's always frowning, the other girl's always smiling, but they could look alike and probably have the same autistic energy. God dang it. She's winning me over. I hate it, but she's winning me over. We need to go find out the mystery of the toilet girl. But you're winning me. Let's hope you don't win. No, not yet. Rin has turned her hungry gaze back to the wall, looking slightly more energetic, or at least slightly less lethargic than she did before. It's as if the wall is an opponent she has to vanquish. It's something she must overcome before she can indulge in dinner. This is a feeling I get. A weird sense of empathy overcomes me and makes me smile a little to myself. For all her oddity, Rin is pretty cool after all. I'll be going away. Have fun. Rin has already grasped a brush and is dipping it in the fresh paint. So, of course she can't hear me anymore or doesn't answer anything, even if she does. Adhering to the nurse's nagging voice in the back of my head, I set my alarm clock to wake up early enough to go jogging again. I made a promise, and I'm gonna keep it. Besides, Emmy is bound to rat on me if I don't show up. But it's not all that bad. Fucking gonna wake up with Jeffrey on top of him. No! No, Kenji! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! You can have your pizza! It's your pizza, Kenji! My morning alarm goes off and I flail about uselessly for a while until I remember that I decided to give morning runs another shot. I don't know if this was my greatest idea, but I'm determined to keep going. It's about my health, after all. Sure, things haven't been great lately for me, but that hasn't made my existence so intolerable that I'm not going to try everything I can to stay healthy. Besides, it's all about asserting some kind of control over this thing, right? If I can manage that, well, I can manage anything. At least that's what I keep telling myself. Once again, it would appear that I'm not alone in my run. Emmy has apparently been here for some time. It looks like she's already worked up a good sweat. Just when the hell does she come down here anyway? Oh, it's you! I'm surprised to see you again. What is that? Well, some people will manage... what? What was that? My brain is not braining with the words today. Well, not many people actually manage to come back for a second try. And she frowned, seemingly annoyed by a passing thought. Like the rest of the track team, for instance. Still, it was only supposed to be on volunteer basis, so it's not that big of a shock. I guess it's pretty early in the morning. A shrug, and suddenly it appears that she's forgotten what she was talking about. Huh. The friend disappears entirely, and she seems to snap back to her previous train of thought. So come on then! What? You're here to run again, right? Well, yeah. So come on! Find myself suddenly grabbed and yanked onto the track. Things seem to be set on mirroring yesterday's run. That is, I seem to be struggling while Emmy moves with an effortlessness that I find inevitable. It's increasingly bothersome to be so easily worn out. I know I should be patient and work towards things gradually, but it's difficult to stay positive about this. We ran the track and start on our second lap. Emmy seems to have grown impatient, keeping pace with me, and begins to pull away. This is where I gave out yesterday. Will I be able to do more? Well, you gotta get better every day. What am I doing here? Am I really just going to fold and let Emmy push ahead? I speed up. The second lap's done quickly, and without even considering it, I keep going. Emmy looks back over her shoulder at me and grins. Still going? Would want you to think I'm out of shape. Emmy laughs without breaking her stride, no less, and speeds up even more. Well, if this is the way we're going to play things, I increase my own pace as well. I feel my lungs burning. My legs are starting to question just what the hell I'm doing. Lactic acid screams in my muscles and I close my eyes. I can't let myself fall behind because that would be a loss. The rational voice in my head inquires, Milady, just... Mildly. Just when we started playing a game, I'd answer it. But I'm having a lot more trouble thinking at present. She's so fast. How the hell does she keep it? Oh! It's pulling in my chest. Chug it up. Oh! Before I can think of anything else, then, oh shit, the track disappears from under my feet. I stumble, one hand shooting down to clutch my chest, and we just kill him! The other hitting the track to keep me from falling on my face. Amy whirls around and her eyes widen. He's all... She yells at me, sprinting from the other side of the track. What's wrong? Nothing. Just keep breathing steadily. Calm down. Don't panic. Don't panic. Do you need me to get a nurse? I close my eyes, shutting out the outside world. My heart struggles to regain its rhythm. Slowly, the pain in my chest begins to subside. Soon it's gone, like nothing happened. It was... nothing? No. Something happened there. I open my eyes again and glance at the very worried Emmy. I think I'm fine. My voice sounds weird, even to myself, although even and matter of fact, it makes Emmy frown. I don't think you are. She seems to come to a decision and nods to herself. Right, you're coming with me. I gotta go see the nurse. Emmy grabs my arm and drags me up. I feel a bit wobbly, but I refuse the shoulder Emmy offers for support. Honestly, I'm a little ashamed of my own weakness. I'd really rather not have Emmy concerned about me, but it seems to be too late. Heck, I'd really rather not have anyone concerned about me and my condition, though at this point, it seems to be too late for that as well. I like to be able to deal with the whole thing on my own without being a bother to anyone else. While I'm wishing for things, I'd rather not have this condition in the first place. Nurse! Amy crashes into the office without knocking, but it doesn't alarm the nurse in the least. Morning, Sunshine, what's up? Sunshine? Wearily, he calmly sips from his coffee mug, but lays it down after following Emmy's gaze to me, looming in the doorway. Hazel, what brings you here? We were running, and he stumbled over and started grabbing at his chest. And wait, what? Why did that happen? We were running, and he stumbled. Will you let me read it? Okay, it's not gonna let me read it apparently. He said, what happened? I don't know, we were running and then my chest started hurting like that time before, but it went away after a few seconds. It was just a flare or something. Nurse frowns as if to say that just a flutter is some kind of oxymoron. I didn't mean quite this when I suggested that you got some exercise. You got to be more careful, he said. I was being careful, I just come to think of it. You're welcome. Take care, humans. Come to think of it, I just got to a race with a member of a track team. It doesn't seem as well reasoned as I thought it would. You just what? That is, I was racing Emmy. Emmy, is this true? Emmy fidgets, looking adorably contrite. Well, finally she can't seem to bring herself to say it aloud and merely nods. The nurse sighs and rubs his forehead with one hand tiredly. Emmy, you gotta be more sensitive to the limits of others. I don't know if he told you, but he still has a bad heart. And getting him to race you was incredibly irresponsible. Hi! Welcome in. Well, this is my first playthrough. And I'm disabled, so it's kind of funny. I just got my first electric chair funded by chat. And I thought this would be a fun one to watch. Actually, I started it. Looked at things, I can't find any particular inspiration for Rin's design, but her last name, Tezuka! So Tezuka, a very influential manga artist, cartoonist, animator. So much so that has the titles of the father of manga, the godfather of manga, and a god of manga. Nice! Awesome. I started it. The nurse is stunned by my statement. You what? We were just running, and Emmy started to pull away, and so I sped up to catch up to her. The nurse stares at the ceiling and mutters a prayer for patience to some god or another, and looks back down at the both of us. So you're both stupid! That's a comfort, I guess. Now come on, Hazel. I've got to make sure your heart's not going to explode or something. I dutifully obey and follow him to the adjacent room where we ascertain that I am, in fact, not going to keel over and die. So, how does it feel? I don't know, nothing much. Tired, but it might just be from the exercise. You should stay here for a few hours and rest, and we'll see how you feel after that. I'm not going to object, so I lie down on the infirmary bed. A thoroughly miserable Emmy comes in after getting an earful from the nurse in the other room. I couldn't hear what was said through the closed door, but I'm sure it wasn't pleasantries. Look, I'm really, really sorry. I should have been more careful. You didn't know, and it's not your fault. She looks awfully down and sorry. My reassurance didn't do anything much to cheer her up. I want to make it up to you. again, with that decisive nod. So, you have to come to lunch with me. I'll bring it for you, okay? Something really good. I start with a, you don't have to, but then shut up and just nod at her when I see her face. Good! We met on the roof. We meet on the roof. We? Yep. The weather's nice now, so there is a great spot for lunch, you know? Oh, I see. You'll come, right? Oh, you wouldn't deny me the chance to make it up to you. Of course not. Great. I'll see you there. I stay afloat, somewhere between asleep and awake. Feeling completely drained. Not only my body, but all of me is limp and paralyzed, apart from my senses. I swallow with difficulty and then try to lie as still as I can in this state. Is not a very... What the fuck is up with me today? Why is my brain not braining? Probably because I haven't had my medications. I swallow with difficulty and then try to lie as still as I can, which in this state is not a very hard thing to do. You might know most for his creation of a little unknown thing called Astro Boy. But I've never heard of Astro Boy. I don't know. I don't know what that is. What's Astro Boy? The nurse is shuffling around on the other side of the curtains. He drew to give me privacy. I can see his shadow shifting about in the sunlight. He has opened the window of his office. It's windy outside. The clean white curtains flutter in the breeze in a heavy lazy motion, like waves. Light shifts through them slowly, half absorbing into the fabric. I close my eyes. The breeze on my face feels like the soft fabric of the curtain. I listen to the sound of my heartbeat for a moment, trying to shut out the sound of the nurse tapping away on his computer and my own heavy breathing. It's steady. Damn it. Not even a week and I end up like this again. I really screwed up this time. Should have known better than to play the half-baked sports star in front of a real one. Why did I try to act brave like that heart flutter was no big deal, even when it was obvious that it was? It's just a reflex to push away, keep it inside. I didn't want it to happen. I didn't want Emmy to see it. Ugh. Stupid, 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 stupid! I have to be more careful, or I'll end up in the hospital again, or worse. That's my final thought before I give in to the tiredness. I fell asleep for how long? What time is it? I feel a little lightheaded and I keep blinking compulsively. Pushing the curtain aside, I squint my eyes against the unfiltered light pouring in through the window. The texture of the canvas feels nothing like the wind did before. Nurse looks up from his work, sitting exactly where he was before. How you feeling? Can't really tell, so I didn't answer anything. Feeling kind of groggy. From falling asleep at such a weird time. Hopefully I don't look too weird. What time is it? Me crooking the question to gain some orientation. The nurse looking at his wristwatch before answering. Things seem to happen in slow motion. 10:15. Tried to think for a moment what that means, but I'm not really sure. You don't answer my question, he said. Oh, fine. Climb down from my bed then, and let's see how you're doing. Don't. I tried to do exactly that, only to sway dizzily when I move too fast, and the nurse moves to support me and my arm and sighs. Stood up too quickly. I was gonna say, just sit there and I'll check your pressure to make sure. My good intentions sure lasted for a long time. I shut up embarrassed with myself while the nurse gets busy with an old-fashioned contraption in my arm. After a couple of minutes, He puts away, looking neither pleased nor unhappy. You're alright. Head stopped spinning? Yeah. Good. And how are the contents doing? You didn't show very good judgment out there, Hisao. I swallow the retort I was going to make. It's what I was thinking myself, but hearing it stated by somebody else makes me want to protest. What he's saying is not pleasant to hear. It doesn't make him any less right. No, sir. You're not still looking as neutral as he was before. It would be easy to be angry at him if he said, "Told you so," or something, but he doesn't. Can try to help you to keep your health, but ultimately the last call lies with you. Hopefully this little episode will be something that will remind you of that. Here, a note for your teacher to avoid whatever. God, stupid! To avoid interrogation. I take this slip of paper that he's offering and then make my leave, as I can't think of anything else to say, nor even really want to. Stay out of trouble, you hear? I don't think it was anything but a scare, but next time could be different. I hear you. It's the same way to get to the school building straight from the auxiliary building, but I'm not too keen to find out and possibly get lost, so I go out the next exit that I know works. I stop at the stairs of the auxiliary building, deliberating for a moment between going to the dorms to get my books and stuff and going straight away to class. The sun stings my eyes, so I head towards the dorms. The halls are quiet, as the courtyard was naturally so since everyone is in class. I knock lightly on the door of 3-3 and push open the door when Moto calls from the other side. Sorry I'm late. 15 pairs of eyes turn to me. Morning, Nakai. Moto seems to be somewhat confounded by my coming in late, as if I interrupted his flow or something. Judging from the rambling lectures of his classes tend to be, that might be the case. I pass him a note the nurse gave me. Moto takes it with a nod and reads it quickly. He lifts his eyebrows and gives me a kind of stern look, but doesn't say anything, just nods solemnly again. I shrug and he gestures to me to run along, so I naturally do. The class goes on lazily. I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school. I have even stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. The first days, it was pretty high-strung in class. Mutual finishes his lecture about electricity early, but countries without a pause. Wait, what? About electricity early, but continues without a pause about the festival. So, as you know, the festival is on the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year. Have a good time, but also come Sunday, please keep the meaning of this festival in your minds. Games and fried food. Everyone bursts out in laughter, and so do I. Yes, thank you, Mikado. Well, what I meant was, the remainder of the sentence is buried beneath the ring of the lunch bell, and everyone starts picking up their things. Mutsuo deliberates for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to pay attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. It's crowded in the hallway, or as crowded as hallways in the school probably get. Most of the students seem to be heading down for the cafeteria. Normally I just join the flow and grab lunch myself, but today is different. Today I have been invited to lunch on the roof. An odd location, but that's where I was told to go. Fortunately, I managed to find shelter from the storm in the lee of the classroom door. Eventually, the torrent subsides and I step tentatively out into the hallway, only to be met with Amy, who comes flouncing down the hallway like a cannonball. Hi! Hey, hi, he's so great timing. I have super extra lunch today, as promised. Let's go upstairs. The stairway to the roof is a little dilapidated, but it's clearly been used recently. At the top of the stairs is a door complete with a missing padlock. I wonder who an intrepid individual was that removed the lock. Emmy shoves the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Suddenly, a tall, dark stranger appears out of nowhere, standing imposingly in front of us. Emmy flinches back, almost falling back down the stairs. Ah! Hello. Yeah! You scared me! Rin! Wait, isn't she... Hello. Noticing that Rin is speaking to me, Emmy looks curiously at me. You two know each other? She looks confused at Emmy. She's a friend of yours? Rin turned her gaze towards the clouds drifting above the school. I didn't know you knew this person, Emmy. Aw? The awkward silence lasts only a few seconds until Emmy lets out a tiny giggle, shrugging the coincidence off. I invited Hisao for lunch. If you know him, that's just better. Oh, does this mean I don't get food? Or did you invite him for lunch without the lunch? Oh! Did she make lunch for them? Both already? Maybe that's why they said an extra super lunch. Let's see. Neither. But for 3. Nice thinking. They walk to the other end of the roof while I stay at the clock tower for a while, thinking and taking in the atmosphere. There's nobody else but us here. I guess the roof is not as proper as it is in the other schools. A few run-down benches and tables are scattered around the edges, perhaps, in an old attempt to make a rooftop look less desolate. We don't really use the roof in the UK. Or at least most people don't. Our schools usually have, like, fields on the grounds and, you know, or separate places. We don't use the roof. Not anyone that I've seen. Is this a game to tell you about a loop? What? Oh man. The small pebbles covering the roof rattled beneath our feet. A peek through the chain-link fence to take a look at the school grounds and beyond. I guess we'll have to find out. Students are strolling in pairs and groups around the quadrangle and at the cafeteria. A few delivery trucks are driving past the school towards a convenience store nearby. Somewhere, a watchdog barks at passerby. Somehow, when I look towards the town centre, the small town feels strikes me very strongly, almost palpably. The hectic lifestyle of big metropolis seems so far away and foreign. Nobody has to run to catch a bus like their life depends on it, or get their senses overloaded by neon lights and traffic jams. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine, looking at a new hometown, even if it's going to be mine for only one short year. What's up? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just being a wee shite bag. Playing silly games. And judging this game as a disabled. Harshly judging. Was funny. I like it. The main dude is so becoming less ableist. He was an ableist prick in the beginning of this. I think it's going to turn into a fetish. But he started as an ableist asshole. And he's not so much now. Shotaro Ishinomori, who went to make Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. So our streams not only go back to cannibalism, but Kamen Rider as well. Yes, our streams are always either go back to cannibalism or Kamen Rider. Always. Always. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine. Looking at my new hometown, even if it's going to be mine for only one short year. Finding out about my illness and having to move away from home all came so suddenly. I haven't had time to think how I feel about it.
Cannibalism.
Well, what if it's whiskey flavored? Ask him for a friend. When I step out of the shadow in the clock tower to open, I feel warm touching my back. The sun shines from a perfectly clear cerulean sky. Cannabis. A cool breeze sweeping over the rooftop makes me shiver, but only briefly. The wind carries a scent of the trees and flowers, not smog and car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. Amy settles on the beach with Rin in tow and produces one big and two small lunch boxes from her bag. Come on, Hisao. What are you waiting for? She's beckoning me to join them, making room on the already small bench. I see myself on the counter of the corner of the bench to take as little space as possible. It's pretty cramped, but somehow all three of us fit. It's like my personality and how I look both sitting on a bench. It's my fucking personality. So funny. Impressive view. Amy suppresses a giggle and places a lunchbox in front of Rin and hands another lunchbox to me. Here you go. Lunch is as promised. Handmade, no less. I'm impressed. Whoa, this looks really good. Thanks. I make them myself when I can. Conversation dies off as I set about the business of feeding myself. Taking a few bites, I glance up and notice Rin deftly opening the lunchbox and popping a forkful of food into her mouth using only her feet. Even though I've seen it before, I can't help but be impressed at her dexterity. It's also a reminder of the sort of place I'm in right now. Will I ever get used to sights such as this? I mean, you kind of are. I can't decide if getting used to such thing would be a good thing or a bad. What do you mean? Does getting used to this place mean that I'm giving up on being a normal person? No. Does it just mean that I'm becoming more understanding about those around me? There you go. There you have it. I'm distracted from my thoughts by the sight of Emmy tearing into her lunch as if it had insulted her ancestors. You seem pretty hungry. Emmy looks up, mouth half full, and swallows before nodding. It works up an appetite. Wow. Which is great, because then I burn through lunch pretty quickly. Helps me keep my girlish figure. What would happen if you lose it? Would you become a man? I very nearly chuckled my lunch, trying not to laugh. Oh, fucking hell. I love her. I love her. She's perfect. She asks all the questions that you're supposed to ask. It's a figure of speech. Does your figure have to run in the mornings too? You always talk like this? And talk like what? Like what? I think the answer's my question. Never mind. So, I struggle to think of a small talk and settle on the obvious question. How did you meet? Rin seems content to let Emmy answer this question. Someone in the housing department thought that we'd complement each other well, so we were assigned rooms next to one another. Complement each... Oh my god, his complement each other well. Was his... Don't tell... His fucking complement each other well as fucking Jeffrey Kenji, my boob. You were set up with Kenji. Compliment each other like shoes and a suit. Huh? Amy giggles in my confusion. Put us together and we've got all our limbs. Do you get it? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Aha! So I started helping Rin get ready in the mornings, and that was that. I mean, can't help someone get dressed every morning and not get along. I see. Rin chooses this moment to interject. I have trouble with shorts. Right? That seems fairly obvious. Really? Kind of. This isn't helping, but at least Emmy seems to find the whole thing funny. That combined with the fact that Rin is genuinely curious makes me feel slightly better and yet confused. I mean, you got no arms. So putting on a shirt seems like one of those things that would be difficult. You know what? I'm gonna just stop talking now. It'll save me a lot of trouble in the long run. Rin nods in what I suspect is meant to be a sage manner. I see. Conversation dies as I turn my attention back to my lunch. It's really quite good. Emmy finishes her lunch first and makes a contented noise. Ah, I'm so good! As she brushes herself with cleaning, she busies herself with cleaning up her lunch, Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty. Oh, I almost forgot about that, sorry. With a flourish, she reaches into her bag and removes a trio of juice boxes. She tosses me one and appears to be cranberry juice. One to Rin that appears to be some kind of strawberry milk, complete with a pink color scheme, and keeps an equally pink box of some kind of fruit punch for herself. Rin dexterously stabs her straw through the top of her box and begins to drink. I'm once again impressed by how flexible she is, but this time I keep my comments to myself. Somehow don't think either Emmy or Rin are the sorts of people to think twice about the way they work around their particular disabilities. Rin especially so. Indeed, she gives off an impression of being entirely unaware that she's missing any limbs at all. Whether or not that's conscious delusion is another matter. I'm honestly not sure. So Hazel, how do you like it up here? Huh? It's quite nice actually. I like high places for the view. Thanks for inviting me up here. And for lunch too. Amy grins a 1,000-watt grin, pleased by my response, I suppose. No problem. Feel free to eat with us next time too, okay? I will make you lunch, but you can bring your own up here. No lunch service? I don't know. Amy looks like mock offended, trying to take advantage of my good nature. The nerve. She giggles. Well, if that's your answer, I guess Rin and I will just keep eating lunch alone. I'm suddenly assaulted by the most heart-rendering puppy dog eyes I've ever seen Emmy Brown. Kidding! Who is kidding? No. I'd love to eat lunch up here again. A good location and the company's okay too. Amy frowns a bit in my direction of okay, but seems happy enough that I've accepted her invitation. I guess this makes us friends now. Or at least acquaintances. The lunch bell rings, signaling a return downstairs. Rin, you didn't finish your lunch again. I wasn't that hungry. If you don't eat more, you're going to fade away. Rin shrugs as if this is the acceptable risk. Come on, we better get going. The three of us head downstairs together. Ugh, I'm gonna take a drink. There's a lot of reading. I'm enjoying this. I don't mind reading out visual novels when they're actually good. I really wanted to do The Sound of Drop more, but I could not get all. It was just, what the fuck was happening? I could not get out of that room. And what was the other one? Where there was like, I want to have your babies. Yes! Will you give me your babies? Just like on their first meeting, that one was crazy. Oh, that was an insane one. But yeah, I don't mind it. It's just it takes it out of me. The afternoon class passes once again. I find myself without a plan, something to do after school, so head to the library and whoa! We need a toilet lady. Don't know why I'm apologizing for taking drink breaks. I don't think you're gonna scold me for taking a drink break. I'm just being funny. I appreciate the non-bare feet. Oh, I think bare feet would have got me banned. I think bare feet would have got me banned. No! How could you dislike feet? Oh man, my feet are so cute. Oh, like my feet are so cute. Sniff them, sniff them, sniff the feet. But mine's are special. Big fan of the feet personally. Yay! Yay! Love my feet. Come see. Come see. Ready? I'll bear on Lot's feet. Whoa! Sniff, sniff, watch. Bah. Kick, 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 kick. Yeah. I shouldn't be just, floating around because that's against physics. I should probably go back to my seat. Sorry for, VTubers have a really bad habit of just saying fuck you to gravity, and we just break physics every so often and show you some cool moves. Apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, gravity. I'll control myself. Walking inside, I see that there is about as many students here as there were on Tuesday, all the more evident from the almost total silence enveloping the room. Oh! That's fine. Don't look at my Twitter. You will gag, because they were dirty too. As I dropped the books, I borrowed into the return slot. In the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging that they make as they hit the trolley next to her. Beautiful. Sorry, Yuko. I didn't mean to startle you. No, that's fine. It happens a lot. I'm used to it by now. Can I help you? It's okay. I think I know where everything is. Thanks anyway. I suppose I'll grab another book or two whilst I'm here. There's not much else to do, and after reading so much during my stay in the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. I wandered down to the fiction section towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. Oh. As I do, I look over the corner where Hanako had been the last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Surprisingly, though, she's there, absorbed completely in a fairly thick book. I decide against intruding on her like last time and get back to finding reading material. After an indiscernible amount of time spent perusing the aisle, I finally decide on a couple of books to get and slide them off the shelf. With a minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter and check out my books and pop them into my bag as I walked out. Thank you so much for the follow, Yuki! Welcome in. You're not part of the family. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. With a minimum of fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter and check out books and pop them into my bag as I walk. My folly is... How is it possible to miss it? I mean, not everything has ends up on everybody's timeline, but it is seen that if you dislike something, you are more likely to see it because the algorithm does like to play jokes on us. So really, I should have known better. We got mods from Crystal Moon. Yes, I love Crystal Moon. I have her in my in stuff, and I absolutely adore her work. Crystal Moon is so good at her work. Yes! Oh! Oh my. Oh, I love it. I love it. Perfect. Let's give you a follow back. Any emotes from Crystal Moon? I love Crystal Moon. She's so cute. And she did the little follow animation. And I love it. I love it. And she's doing lewd art for me too. Don't worry. Somewhere in a previous life, I met Crystal Moon, and for the very same things. Now she gives me cute stuff. I'm 31, I'll have you know. I'm an entire haggis. I live through spite alone. It's just because we're so small. We're a haggis. We burrow under trees, you see. We just burrow. I'm an 18+ streamer in the sense that I have adult conversations with adults. And women are pretty. I like boobas. So, I do not want youngers in my chats. So, yes. Yes. I'm old. You're 33? Yes! Everybody needs to be... Everybody needs to be awesome. And over the age of 30. Do you hear that, chat? Do you hear that, chat? You have to be over the age of 30. Well, it's more for me. When I look like this, Twitch is a little bit on edge. And they like to... How did I say? I'm surprised my feet didn't get taken away from me. Bare feet and looking this cute usually is a ban. So the fact I put socks on was a risk. And a risk I'm so happy I took. Because they're so cute! And they've been here for a while. So I'm happy. It's just more... Happy Twitch. Good. 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 If you didn't, I would probably show you them anyway because you're cute and I must show your feet. But tooties! My feet! That's how I'm far too gutted on the fact of just how good my rigging is. I'm such a whore. It's still new. I've had it for a while, but it's still new. But I've only been using this since July, and I still like to look at it. Musical Jack and Fubina. Fubina is my rigger. Okatsuria is my artist. And I love them both. My mama's cooked. I have seen Freden. Oh, I love her. She's so cute. Her not daughter is really cute as well. Her, what do we call? companion because they left at an elder age. She has been around since she was a child, and she's only really looking after her. So yeah, she's old enough now. I'll call her companion. Feeling utterly drained, I head to my room and read the books I borrowed. There's been enough action and excitement for one day. The first is Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. No! I know the story, of course, but I've never actually read the original book. I have, it's actually pretty good, but the story behind it, not so much. Look into Lewis Carroll, it gets a little bit... It's a little bit stalkery. It's just as trippy as I remember the story to be, with the wacky characters and the nonsense plot. I fucking love books too. I started thinking of myself as some kind of an Alice too, helplessly tumbling down the rabbit hole into the Cripple Wonderland. Cripple Wonderland! Ah! Why Schwartz card of Frerin? Oh, again, it's been a while. Let's see. Schwartz. Oh, they're TCGs? Why Schwartz is a TCG? What's this? They have Nikki! Uma Musume. I want it! A trail deck of her. That's so cool. I didn't know it was a TCG. Oh, that's awesome! I have 2 bookshelves. I have a few spicy ones in my wardrobe. A lot of my manga came in plastic seal. You can't look at it, it's mine! My manga! Most of mine comes in a plastic seal with like a pink label. Okay. I like to safeguard the best ones in my collection. May or may not. I have a few. Maybe. Isn't the second one actually been... Well, the second one, there has been a reference to it coming out. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a second series. Now, Frieren is really pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. I've only watched it all the way through once. And so, yeah, I need to do it again. Spicy ones are all manga. Same. The spicy ones are all manga too. They're all manga. They all have like a pink label. A pink BL label. Okay. There's a rather strong expression. Still the isolated location and the overt way the skill accommodates to absolutely everything is unsettling is like another world. Loveless. Oh, that's a manga series. No. I think this is hetero. I don't think I own any hetero. I'm a giant fujoshi. Yeah, I'm just a giant fujoshi. I do have a couple yuri, but I need other people to kiss other people, and I watch. Loveless is boy love? Really? I just a dub. it's just a twink. It's just a twink. My bad. Nah. I haven't. I'll have to look into this. There's cats. Whoa. You're Scottish? Yeah. Yeah. I'm a haggis for Scotland. You can tell good. Good. I wonder why I can't shake the feeling of being an outsider like Alice, despite most everyone being so hospitable and friendly with me. Turning another page in my mind, start drifting further away from the book. It's quiet. I can hear my heartbeat thumping against the fabric of my shirt. For some reason, it makes me feel really bad. Like it has since the time in the forest with Iwanako. Like I was locked in a cage with something nasty and scary. I put the book down for a while and stare at the ceiling, taking my time to shake off the feeling. 200 pages later, I fall asleep. Dame? Oh, I don't know what that is. That? Oh, whose country's books are those? Educate me. Students roll into class for the Saturday morning session, each and every one of them sporting the tired eyes of people who have worked through the night. With only a day left to prepare, I suppose it's not so surprising. Thankfully, we only have to suffer through classes until lunch break, and then our time is our own. Mito lurches into class in a tired stagger. I suppose students aren't the only people who are here that enjoy their late Friday nights. Without saying a word, he scrolls some pages and questions and God fucking my. Is it just me or is the punctuation really bad in this? It's putting me off. I need it to make sense. Without saying a word, he scrawls some page and question numbers on the board and slumps down at his desk. It's completely atypical behavior for him, but it appears that no one in the class is going to call him out on it. No, it's not funny! You do know! You're being a pup! Wordlessly, the students shuffle their textbooks into position and get to work. Not wanting to break the trend, I do the same. Fatigue has made the class antisocial. Not a peep is heard amongst the ruffling papers. It's essentially as boiled with Chinese censorship. Like British porn. Ugh, I hear that stuff's real bad. Got a few big spicy scenes. Ugh. I don't know. My book, I haven't looked at my bookshelf in a while, and to be fair, I get a lot of manga and books that come in and then just stare at my other manga and books that I haven't read. So I kind of forget what I've got. But the ones that I can think of right this now is I started Tenkai. I never finished it. I started Bitch Club. Never finished it. Mainly because I haven't got more books. The books are still coming out. Might have been a while now, actually, because I haven't bought any. It might be a while. Manhwa. Killing Stalking. I have that. I have... a lot of one-shots. A lot of random one-shots, like, don't, I can't remember what it's called. I want to say it's called like Don't Be Dirty Daddy, or that sounds really awkward, but it's actually the most wholesome, and there is zero sex in it whatsoever. And it's literally about a dude who falls in love with a hobo. Dick Fight Island and Dick Fight Island 2. Those are... Oh, I can't with that. So don't buy physical copies of everything. I can easily read at least 4 to 5 manga volumes a day. So I don't... Yeah, I mean, that's fully understandable. I'm just old school. I can't really get into reading manga on my phone or my tablet. I just can't. My joy is holding it. My joy is holding on to it. Up off my bed just now was there Train Man, Sergeant Frog, Love Hina. None of those are sexy. Well, Love Hina is a little bit sexy, we could say. That's hetero. Love Hina's hetero, but that's like my very first one that I ever read. I found it in a library. Nothing beats being able to feel the pages in your hand. Yeah. Mostly read on a good screen. Oh, I have considered getting an iPad though. An iPad would be good. Kindle was a good thought, but I don't know if they've advanced since Kindle. But it was... I originally wanted it for like patterns and reading, but I don't know. There's something about just holding a book in my hand that makes me happy. So, I take the loss. I will go out and read some on, like, if I get stuck in a manga and I can't wait for the next one to be, like, for me to actually buy it, I will continue with it, reading it, but then I'll still buy the books afterwards. That book smelled, they smelled any better, I'd come. It's pretty much. Pretty much. It smells so good. Oh, it's very quiet with that Misha present. I wonder if she was born as rowdy as she is, or if she's making up for Susanie's lack of voice. Nakai, can I speak to you for a moment? I'm so engrossed in thinking about Misha that I don't even notice Moto approaching my desk. Boy smells nice. Well, armpit smells nice. Boy armpit. Girl armpit too. I'm joking. Armpit smells nice. It's probably better if we speak outside the classroom. ... What? Something about this doesn't sound too good, but I stand up and follow him out into the hallway. Moto stands in the hallway scratching his head as if he works out what he is trying to say. Not knowing what's going on, I wait silently. Heard from the school's head nurse that you had an incident the other day. Ah, so it's about that. Well, kind of, but it's not anything to be worried about. Yes, it is. Anything that can endanger your health is something to be worried about. We try our best here to prepare you for life here. Part of that involves knowing your limits and how to work around them. It would be remiss of me if I didn't speak up about this. All right, I get it. I'm sorry. Moto closes his eyes in frustration, and I realize this probably wasn't the best thing to say. Something tells me that you're not sorry. Pretending as much as you want, but this isn't normal. A lot of people have put in a lot of time, effort, and money to make sure that you and every other student here can have the same level of education as your peers. For you to abuse that by throwing out advice, especially medical advice, as is plain selfish. I'm not quite sure if this is actually how he feels or if it's some act that he's practiced many times to guilt trip students into doing the right thing. Either way, it's working. I understand. This is all new to me and I apologize. I know my limits now and I'll be sticking to them. Moto appears to lighting up a little, satisfied that his message has been received. So then, on to my next question. How are you finding your studies? I understand you were laid up for a while. We're not too far ahead, are we? I don't really think so. I tried to keep up when I was in the hospital, so it hadn't been too hard. Moto taps his chin and raises an eyebrow as he absorbs this information. That's all. I suppose there's still students out there who realize the importance of learning. I wouldn't go that far. I was only trying to keep myself occupied in a little life support prison. Well, yeah, you gotta keep up with those things, right? That's exactly it. One more move in this world and you're left behind, right? Yeah, right. Wouldn't want that to happen. No, you wouldn't. Every week there's a new scientific discovery. Most of them mean nothing to the layperson, but any one of them could be the key to the next big thing. I'll keep that in mind. It's obvious that Moto's serious talk is over and he's gone back to his standard, slightly scatterbrained approach to life. You're welcome! I think in hindsight that I prefer him this way. Slightly more predictable than his unpredictability. Well then, I think that's all I really had to say. Let's get back inside, shall we? My relief at that suggestion is insurmountable. Sure, you're the boss, right? Moto pauses for a moment. I don't think any of my students have ever said that to me before. For an instant, I consider replying to this, but something deep within me tells me to shut my mouth and get back to the classroom. A few of the students jump at the sound of the door, rapidly trying to pretend that they were working on the questions on the board. Some don't even bother, their heads slumped on the desk as they nap. Thankfully, it would appear that Moto does not even notice them. He returns to his desk and retrieves a scientific journal from one of the drawers. I guess I got him there. The class returns to the near silence that Muto and I left in before our chat. Mixed feelings of tiredness and anticipation buzz around the room. Everyone here is either waiting for a chance to rest or a chance to get the last-minute preparations underway. The clock on the wall slowly ticks the remaining class time away until finally the bell cries out, ending the torment. Before you all leave, I expect the answers for those problems on Monday. The class sighs, as one instantly regretting slacking off, but still actually aware of a more pressing issue at hand. The classroom empties in a blink as everyone rushes to the last-minute festival preparations. I stay behind and try quickly to finish the questions, so I don't have to bother with it over the rest of the weekend with the festival and all tomorrow. Apart from me, Hanako is the only one left, obviously waiting for Lily. It's weird that Lily comes all the way to our classroom to pick her up. I expect that moving around is at least normally harder for her than it is for Hanako. But it's none of my business, and I naturally don't ask about it from Hanako. Despite the relative proximity of our seats, neither tries to strike up a conversation about that or anything else either. So, an oppressive silence falls upon the classroom. Time passes in silence. It's probably just 15 minutes or so, but it feels longer. I turn pages off my notebook and Hanako turns pages of the novel that she's reading. My pencil lead splinters against the paper just when I was about to finish a paragraph. The sounds of my irritated sigh and subsequent fumbling around for a sharpener feel like they're breaking the mood in the classroom. Hanako keeps her eyes firmly away from my direction. Before long, Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. Hanako? Her name is all it takes to make Hanako jump up from her desk and run to Lily. We talk quietly for a moment, but it isn't long before Lily leaves down the hall and Hanako idles back into the classroom, taking her seat once again. Watch Hanako out of the corner of my eyes out of sheer curiosity at the idea that the two would be separated. For a couple of minutes, she does nothing but sit with her chin in her hands, staring at the desk, dejectedly. The boredom evidently becomes too much for her though, her slender frame reaching into her bag and pulling out a small book. Come to think of it, that isn't the one I saw her reading in the library. She must be a quite fast reader to get through them at this rate. After about 10 minutes of restlessly shuffling in her seat and trying to read, Hanako closes her book and leaves too. As should I, since the assignment is all but finished, and there is nothing else to do in the classroom. Not that I have anything to do anywhere else either. The school is a beehive of activity, but nobody pays me any heed. I saunter past classrooms filled with students frantically doing this and that, buzzing about like little worker bees. Who would guess the school day is over? It's a bit quieter outside, but not by much. People zip by left and right, hurrying as quickly as they can, busy and energetic. I feel the opposite, mildly. The midday sun seems to be draining all the spirit out of my body, making it feel limp all over. Warm, soft air flows inside my shirt, feeling like a cushion. I yawn lazily, thinking about what I'd do. Drop off my book at the dorms first, and then something I haven't decided yet. Maybe Kenji is in his room? Ah! On the way to the dorms, I spot Emmy coming my way, running despite not having those weird running prosthetics on. I wave at her, and she skids to a stop. Yo, Hisao! Spatters of white and green paint adorn her nose and chin, respectively, but her smile is wide as it seems it always is. She leans in closer to me, amplifying the feeling that she's examining me. What you doing? Nothing really. I don't have anything to do for the festival, and everyone else seems to be doing something important. That's perfect. Then you can help me and Rin. With the festival preparations? I'm not sure if I want to be much help. That's fine. I'm not much help either. Emmy grabs my wrist and starts dragging me back inside the school forcefully. Even her walking speed is more like jogging, making me stumble over myself, simply trying to keep up. Oh. The stairs slow Emmy down a little bit. Maybe it's hard to climb with her legs, or maybe she's finally run out of breath. We go all the way back to the 3rd floor and to the seniors' hallway, ending up where I left 5 minutes ago. I could just as well have stayed here waiting for Emmy, had I known. So, is Rin working on the mural still? That's right, she needs all kind of paints and brushes and stuff, so I want to get them from the art classroom. And you need me to help with that? Well, Rin told me you had already helped her, so I thought you wouldn't mind. I see. So thanks to Emmy's flaky logic, here I am again, collecting stuff from the art classroom for other people. The room is empty, apart from ourselves and the lonely specks of dust floating in the air. Emmy skips straight away to the back wall, digging out a tiny crumpled piece of paper from her pocket. While she tries to make sense of the scrawled handwriting, I take a closer look at the materials laying around her. Dozens of paint cans and bottles are arranged on the shelves in the most unorganized fashion. Some look like they have been— What are you barking at? What are you barking at? There's no need to be— Are you wanting attention? Is that what it is? Well, we can't be doing that barking. Okay, I see you. You won't— You're so cute. You're being cute. You're being cute. Yeah. You're adorable. Some look like they have been left there for several decades, relics of the previous art club generations. Am I? Is that what I'm doing? Are we going with Rin? Have we ended up getting onto someone's route? Oh man. Do you hear this? We're on someone's route. Misty, you got a piece of dirt on you. No! Stay still. Let me get it. Let me get the dirt. How do you have it on you? And why are you barking now? Are you wanting attention too? Mm-hmm. Can you, like, not do that? Hachi, you're not even looking! You're curled up in a ball in your bed!
you up to?
Do you know what? They're probably pissed at me today. I gave them a brush down today. And I like to brush them in the bath. So, like, the hair I can just, like, pick up and, like, get rid of, etc, etc. Blah! I was giving them a brush down today, so they know it's coming up to bath time, because I prefer to give them a brush to get just whatever top dirt's out, and then later, in like the next couple of days, I'll give them a bath and then brush again. So they know that they're getting a bath. They're like, Guys are grumpy because it's coming to bath time. We think so? Oh man, looks like we're going for no armed Rin. Let's go! And some look like they have been left there for several decades, relic of previous art club generations. Next to the heavy stacks of neatly piled drawing paper are boxes full of different sized brushes and unsorted crayons. The smell of paint, turpentine, and fresh paper floats in the stale air, mixing in my nostrils to form an unmistakable scent of art. Emmy studies her notes, comparing them and to markings on the various paint cans, and passes them to me as she finds the correct matches. She stretches her neck to look at the topmost shelf, and it's not quite enough. Her eye level stays below the shelf no matter what she does. Emmy gives up and just looks up at the shelf longingly, like a child at a toy store, huffing in annoyance. After a moment of building anger, she starts jumping. I fucking hate how real this is. I hate it! Ugh. I'm surprised that she fails miserably and almost manages to bring the entire shelf down, crashing down. Now I see why me lending a hand there would be useful. Come on, let me do that. You can't jump high enough, and I don't want you to hurt yourself trying. Also, I'm like twice your height. You're not! She turns around, flailing scorn, flushed cheeks and all. Just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, I'll look up there, okay? She glares at me once more time, but can't come up with a retort. With a grudging humph, turns her back to me. I don't let shit like that get in my way. I just climb it. Okay, yeah, I shouldn't. But I would get like a stool and climb. Fuck it. Climb! I've climbed on my kitchen counters so many times. I don't think I could climb up just now. My back is real bad recently. But on some of my good days, I will climb on the kitchen counters. So I begin scouring around the top shelf for paint, while below, Emmy crouches to scavenge what she can from the cupboards. Shake my head a little after double checking to ensure that she can't see me do so. Emmy having a complex about her height was a surprise. I wouldn't have joked about it otherwise. She seems easygoing, but I guess everyone has their weak spots. Only after we have almost all the items collected and spread out on the desk like a treasure hunter's spoils, I do realize that it wasn't necessarily the height jab that got her riled up. She might not like to be told that she can't do something like jump. Emmy herself seems to have forgotten all about it already. Quick to anger, quick to forgive. Hi! It's fine. At least she doesn't seem to have taken anything to heart. Not really. And she chatters away happily once we pick up the rest of the items and then make our way back to Rin. You're like, time for lunch break. Why is there a haggis on my countertop? Just needs to get at the top of the shelves. I chivalrously carry the bulk of the materials as we make our way towards the dormitories. Rin is really stressed about getting her painting done. is her own fault, though. She should have started earlier. Is she gonna make it? No idea. It looks good to me. But with Rin, you never know what's going on. I found her this morning laying in front of the dorm in the fetal position. She hadn't slept all night. I can't believe that the night nurses hadn't found her. And now she's painting again like crazy. Yeah, I noticed that she comes off as kind of unhinged, so to speak. Amy giggled at that, as well as my likely too obvious awkwardness. I don't mind it. She's just a little weird sometimes. Right? That's it, we're just weird. It's because neurodivergents and neurotypicals don't speak the same. We just have different ways of communicating. Well, now I can agree with her. Unlike me, Amy seems to be cool with Rins, whatever it is that feels so off about her. Still, they don't feel close like Misha and Cheese and I do. With them working as a single entity sometimes, it's hard to say where one ends and the other begins. In the bedroom. Ah, I'm joking. Even though they're so different, just like Hemi and Rin are. And Rin is the most different of them all. Different from anyone else I've met. It does seem like I am on Rin's storyline then, yeah. Yeah, I guess she's a very unique person. I return to the word again, as if it encompasses Rin's personality by itself, but really, it's just a substitute for a lengthy description of her oddities. Amy giggles as I grasp about for a properly descriptive word. She's just weird. You know, earlier, she just spent half an hour sitting in her box. Oh my god, she has a box? Oh, okay, right, okay. Nah, this last thing has definitely got some form of autism, because I'm telling you, when I was a kid, I had, if you could get a giant cardboard box, I had the biggest one that you could get, and I stuck in my room. It took up lots of the floor, but then I took in like a rug, and I put like a rug on the ground to make it like a carpet, and then I would bring in like a wee tiny, it was totty, it was like a doll's type table, and then put my like stuff on it, like my music and my magazines, and I'd be like, yeah, this was it, and I was in heaven. I would just sit there listening to the same songs on repeat, colouring on the walls. It was the best! The best! And yes, my parents didn't realize it was autistic. But, yes, I agree, get a box. People need to get their own boxes. You know, earlier she just spent half an hour sitting on her box. Oh, it's on her box. Oh well, I sit in one. Ah well. And stared at her toes. She giggles again in a way that makes you think that she doesn't know what's funny about it. It just is. All that time. The working area is a mess, but the mural itself has taken over more of the wall since I last saw it. Disfigured human figures have been mostly coloured in tones of red, pink, and orange. Weird, imaginary things populating the space between. It looks nice. I can't think of any word that would describe the work concisely and comprehensively, so I settle myself on a nondescript nice. But honestly, it seems that the area around the wall becomes untidier at the same rate as the mural progresses. The ground is littered with dozens of paint cans, various art supplies, and empty soda bottles. Rin herself is in the center of this chaos, standing there looking very cozy, as if she was a natural part of the scene. Her pant legs have been rolled up to her knees, exposing her thin legs, which sport a drying spectrum of war paintings, similar to those on Emmy's face. Emmy sprints to Rin ahead of me and gleefully jumps in front of her. Come back! That was fast. Did you run the corridors again? He so helped me! Emmy pointed victoriously at me. Rin turns around, following Emmy's finger with her eyes, looking at my general direction. She nods absent-mindedly at me, and she looks like she hasn't slept since last night. A vacant glazed stare that focused slightly off me, and the movements like a slow-motion movie. Oh, Hazel. Thank you for the help. Don't mention it. I just did. Never mind. Looks like you've made progress. It's looking good so far, I can tell. But now you get more bad luck. I know! But I'm willing to take a risk. That's a very nice thing to say. For me, of course. Not for you. This is why artists are always unlucky. They have to constantly look at their unfinished paintings. So artists can't find romance in their favorite TV shows, are cancelled, or they die young because of an unspecific disease. It's a deep and mysterious law of the universe. Unless they're blind. She considers for a while, looking like she's going to fall asleep. There's a boy at the art club, you see? The blind boy. So he doesn't. See? You already told me. I glance sideways at Emmy and she glances back in a way that tells she has heard this one before too. Neither of us says anything to Rin, though she just continues her monotone soliloquy. Like an unfunny stated stand-up comedian. You should become an artist. No bad luck, guaranteed. Don't you think that would be a good idea? Only blind people should become artists? No, not as such. You might have a point. Abandoning this train of thought, she turns again to consider her work and starts humming to a tune that I think I recognize, but can't remember the name of. Emmy arranges the supplies we brought and moves a few paint cans around, trying to bring some organization to the scene. Emmy, I need Peruvian blue paint. Which one's Peruvian blue? She's staring helplessly at 7 or 8 cans, each with a different tone of blue. It's the one with the Peruvian blue paint on it. Geez, Rin, you're not helping at all. I look around as well, even though I don't know what Peruvian blue looks like either. I wonder what blue has to do with Prussia. Or was it Prussia even, or what Prussia even is? The name sounds vaguely familiar, but I can't place it. While none of the blues look more Prussian than the others, the small paint on Isabel's is legible enough to determine that none say anything about the contents of being Prussian. There's no Prussian blue here. We need to go get more then. I open my mouth to say that actually we're not both needed for such a simple task, like finding another pot of Prussian blue, but Emmy's already grabbed my arm and started dragging me off. We wave to Rin, who doesn't seem to have noticed that the two of us are even leaving. Well, she'll notice when she goes for a Prussian blue and finds it's still not there. Maybe. Probably not, actually. Well, I'm busy thinking of how weird Rin is. Emmy's been dragging me back to the art classroom. I feel myself starting to run out of breath. What's the rush? Huh? Emmy's giving me an appraising look as if she's trying to figure something out. It's just that you seem to be in a hurry. I'm not sure I can keep up. Comprehension dawns on her face. Oh, you're not out of breath, are you? It's almost an accusing playfulness to her tone. I'm tempted to deny it, but then I realize that I've been breathing heavy since we stopped. Guess it's kind of obvious. A little. Not everybody can be in shape, you know. Takes all kinds, right? Emmy frowns. It's not a particularly good frown. That is. I should get in shape. Not that I had already decided to try for that. After that flutter on the track, I figured there's a real need to get some sort of running habit. It was, after all, feeling pretty good until I had my false alarm. Well, actually, I wasn't, but it was fun. Meanwhile, my comment seems to have helped Emmy come to some sort of decision. Well, that's it then. She gives me a serious look. You're joining me. I beg your pardon? In the mornings. You and I are now running partners. Wait, are we getting Remy and not Emmy and not Huh? I've got a routine all planned out, in fact. She produces a crumpled sheet of paper. I've got it right here with me. Take a sheet of paper and give it a once over. Times, days, laps, all laid out. A slow increase from just a few laps a day to... My God, does she expect to have me running marathons? Where did she find the time to get this all together? And how long has she been planning this anyway? You've been planning this? A little. But it's really the nurse's idea. He told me to keep an eye on you to make sure you'd exercise like he told you to. A vast conspiracy. Maybe Kenji's onto something here. It seems a bit much for... Oh, not Kenji! Seems a bit much for just keeping an eye on me. Well, to be honest, I've been trying to find a running partner in the mornings for a while now. My God, Kenji! If you could only see the scheme unfolding! What do you need a partner for anyway? It's easier to keep up a workout if you're not the only one doing it. Isn't it obvious? You're less likely to quit if someone else is counting on you to be there, right? Well, I see. And this won't only keep you running, but it'll make sure that I keep running as well. Meaning, I'll be obeying the nurse. And I'll be keeping an eye on you just like he asked. You can't! You caught on quick, Hiso! And if I refuse, I have no intention of refusing, of course. But I've got to at least pick up a token of resistance to such a masterfully executed plan. Well, if you refused, I'd have to pout. And you'd have to live with being the guy who made Emi Ibarazaki pout. You don't want that on your conscience now, do you? As if to demonstrate, Emi begins pouting. It is the most adorable, heart-wrenching thing I have ever seen. Okay, I'll do it. Just don't do that. I feel like I just hit a puppy. So settled, right? You're going to be my running partner. Follow the workout and the dietary plan. Dietary plan? Yeah, the dietary plan. You got to eat healthy if you're going to get in shape, you know. Examine the workout routine closely. I don't see a dietary plan on here. Oh, right, I forgot to give you that. Another crumpled sheet of paper is produced and handed over. It's somewhat less detailed. I had the nurse help me come up with it. The amount of dedication that nurse has to keeping me in good health is pretty overwhelming. I don't know how many school nurses who would get out of their way for their students to spy on me, much less help me come up with a dietary plan. Then again, I guess I'm not in a normal school. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. And then again, the dietary plan seems to cut out just about everything that'll be offered at the festival tomorrow. So when does your running start? After the festival. Right after? Or if we had something to eat there? I could get a stomachache, you know. I'm in the day after the festival. I knew that. Wasn't there something that we were supposed to be doing? Oh, I guess we should get that paint for Rin, huh? Oh no, it slipped my mind. By the time we get the paint and get back to the mural, Rin's already wandered off. Oh well. Yumi and I both decide to part ways there, leaving the paint on the ground. Rin will find it whenever she comes back anyway. The festival's tomorrow, and I'm actually a little excited for it. At the same time, the week's left me feeling pretty tired, so I read a little and then go to bed. I'm gonna go get myself a drink. I shall be right back, my lovelies. Hello. It's me. It's me. Hi. Welcome back. I had a quick wee nab. It looks like we might actually be on the running girls route. Yeah. The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. It's me! Sleeping late is fine since it's Sunday and there are no classes. Not just Sunday though, but a festival as well. From my window I can clearly see some people at the Sobel booth sliding noodles into the plates of the people with who are craving for low quality food. I throw back a handful of morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming week, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway. Oh god. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse. I'm curious if he has any plans since everyone else is doing something. No, I can't have a kettle dying. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Oh! So, the air fryer, guys. It makes things crispy. It does things that the oven should do. The oven should make things come out that golden brown and crispy. It like gives the effect of it being cooked with a gas cooker but without using gas. It's so weird. It is a mini convection oven but on crack. So yeah. Yeah. I'm like, okay. These drawers are a bit wee. I wonder if I can stick a fucking roast in it. It's a kind of magic. It's a kind of magic. So, yeah. Holy shit. I just fantasized electric oven. Microwave has a function built in. Much more practical than a standalone air fryer. I have a function built into mine. I have an oven mode on my one as well. It has a grill because my grill is bust on my oven itself, so I've always been fine because I have a grill on my microwave because I have a grill oven kind of thing. But oh no, the air fryer just is so good. Finally gave in. I was like, there's got to be something to it. Nah. There's something. Yeah. It's convection oven, 100%. It's just a fan assisted electric oven, which is a convection oven. But I don't know. My oven itself, like actual oven, is a convection oven. It's a fan assisted oven. But it doesn't fucking make crispy chicken wings like that thing did. I have no idea why. It took me a while, but I finally did it. And I got one. It's like, the fuck is this shit? What the why did I wait so long? That's the problem. I waited so long because it's a stupid oven, but nah, it's crispy. It was worth it. I got a good deal on it as well. Very good deal on it. Keep in the receipt just in case. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort complete with no girls allowed sign. But with the girls crossed out and the body crudely scrawled underneath it. Wanted to stop by and say hiya. Started a new job today, and I hope streams go well. Good luck on your new job. I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't die. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign. But with the girls scrubbed out and body crudely scrolled underneath it. No body allowed. Oh, no body. Knocking on his door, which is likely devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettled clinking of at least 10 locks being pulled back, and the door opens up a crack. Who's it? You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early. It's not really that early. What does it mean? What is it, man? Nothing, I just gotta ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already. And where? And why? What? What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are they? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun? He suddenly looks more alarmed. What day is it, man? Yeah, I guess you can see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff. The hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed all the time to thwart the snipers. Ah, it's a festival. You know that, right? Oh, shit, that's the day? Ah, damn. Ah, damn. Damn it! Can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This is bad. It's gonna be a very bad day. Oh, it's good you told me this, man. This is going to be a bad day. Why? Oh man, they're going to be everywhere. The people outside my window socializing. Kenji rubs his temple nervously, suddenly looking very ill. Oh, it's going to be loud as hell. Damn, and I was going to go out today, but now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. It's awful. It sucks. It sucks. The hell, it really sucks. Can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run. Kenji seems nervous. I couldn't even say he's majorly freaking out. I can't believe this. So, that's what today was. Damn, and I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself and now it's here. And I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Oh, sorry, I thought you knew. So I guess you're not gonna do anything today. The weather's even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought today would be cold. It's not, though. So there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check a festival out. Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands. Oh, no. Can't do it. They'll leave me alive out there. I know it. That has to be a joke, but he says it with such straight face, relatively straight. What are you going to do? You should hang out in here. You tell me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together. I wonder. Kind of hungry, but we made this deal. I tried to take better care of myself, be healthier, you know? I don't know if I should steer clear of the takoyaki or head straight in. Deal! Sounds ominous. So, what are you getting in return? Nothing, I guess. Just not that kind of a deal. You know, Emmy from our year. We kind of agreed to watch each other's backs and... Ah! Mr. Scream and the expression of abject terror in Kenji's face chill my blood as if I told a Catholic priest I sold my soul to the devil. Her! You sold your soul to the devil and didn't get anything in return. What the hell is wrong with you, man? Oh, do you know who you're dealing with? She's a public health danger. Do you know how many people she sends to the hospital monthly? And her carefully placed flying tackles? She's one of them, a key player in the vast conspiracy that aims for the complete submission of everything that is manly. Can't believe what I'm hearing. I trusted in your judgment, man. I thought we were brothers. You have to call it off before it's too late. This festival, too. It's just one of their ploys. He fingers his scarf nervously. Faster. Please don't call it fingering. Oh, that needs to be changed. He starts a fire, then slowly begins to turn down once the panic attack finishes running its course. I'm gonna have to find some place to hide in. Safe haven. And then knock the lights out of myself so that I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have a perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival. Okay. I did. Door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said. It's kind of unsettling, and now I start to feel doubtful about myself. Should I bother going? I got a book I've been meaning to read. Something about an underground postal system that may or may not exist. It's short too. I could have finished it in a day. But would that be a good way to spend my time? Well, yeah, it definitely would be. But I suppose it would probably be better to get an idea to head outside. See the festival. Try to investigate with all the other showcases that acts. Honestly, I should at least make an attempt to keep up the somewhat friendly personality that I've had this past week. Maybe get something to eat, my stomach suggests. It's almost lunchtime. I can at least grab something from one of the stalls outside. I'm soon outside, surrounded by various students and people who may or may not be their parents. Every so often I catch glimpses of someone who clearly just came up from town with promise of the festival. They're easy to spot. The ones who can't stop staring, and behind their eyes you can tell they're thinking, now that's what's wrong with this one. I almost want to yell at them. That's how you started out! At the same time, can't deny that I've been doing the same thing all week. A wave of something like disgust sweeps over me. Guilt for my own narrow-mindedness. I push the thoughts aside, concentrating on the pangs of hunger that burn my guts like a wildfire. The scent of something fried leads me to the promised land where I can get some lunch. I'm just getting my order when a loud voice interrupts me. Hey! The hell are you doing? Having a break? Or lunch? Breakfast? You mean you just got up? Suddenly, sleeping all morning feels like a crime. No, I'm in lunch, honest. She's not buying it. Brunch? That's not a healthy breakfast at all. She snatches my food out of my hand and glares at me. The hell is this girl doing? Hey, that's my breakfast. What happened to it being your lunch? That's my whatever. It's my food. Emmy places a hand on her hips and begins lecturing me. Did you really forget your dietary plan already? You need to be more conscious of your health, Isol. What about your heart? My heart's fine the way it is, mostly. Well, again, response is a roll of the eyes. I doubt that. You wouldn't be here if that was the case now, would you? The girl's got a point, of course. But I'm not about to concede it. It's not that bad of a heart. Certainly, you can handle a little grease now and again. Yeah, sure. And handle a little running just fine too. Emmy seems unconvinced. Not surprising, as I haven't even managed to convince myself. Maybe. But not if you're sleeping all day, all the time. A devious look suddenly crosses her face. Of course, if you've been following a routine from the beginning, you wouldn't be in this situation. Hey, I've had a pretty eventful week, you know. For example, I almost died. And there was a lot of meeting people. And then I was on a roof for a while. Which is no excuse for slacking off, you know. A little near-death experience is no excuse for skipping basic exercise. Like running in the mornings. She nods as if something as important has just been decided. So it's settled then. Seen the error of your ways and are willing to adhere to my routine, right? I'll see you bright and early in the morning. We'll be running buddies. You already convinced me yesterday that was a good idea. You don't need to convince me again. Not that I did a good job of being convinced. She's right about eating healthy after all. And here I am ordering up some grossly unhealthy, but delicious. There are more important things that could be deliciousness, aren't there? Like staying alive? If you weren't her bow beating for me, my poor decisions, I'd probably... Hey, wait a second. Sudden question springs to mind. Why the hell are you taking such an interest in my well-being? Emmy shrugs and grins at me. You're a new guy. I figure you don't have any friends yet, right? Besides, I got you trouble all week. I owe you for not getting angry. And I told the nurse I would anyway. Crazy little running girl wants to make me healthy. Well, I suppose there are worse fates. Too right. You got crazy little haggis on your ass fucking trying to keep you healthy on any chance. You better stay healthy. If you don't stay healthy, I'll kick you. Kick you in the toes. Nah. Okay, that sounds fine. Thanks for your concern. Tomorrow morning, then. I figure that ends the conversation, so I turn to leave. Not so fast. Feel a hand on my collar, and in a second I've barely been yanked backwards. Hey, no need to be so rough. What do you want now? Emmy looks almost wounded by my annoyed question. I thought you could use a company. Her eyes narrow. Besides, you were going to try sneaking some more of that fried crap, weren't you? Oh, I wasn't going to, but now that she mentions it, that would have been a really good idea. I was not. Another glare. Okay, maybe I was going to get a little. The glare continues. Okay, a lot. Jesus, I'm in danger to myself and others, aren't I? I just get done agreeing that I need to be healthier and then immediately start considering the next unhealthy habit that comes my way. I knew it! You can't be trusted! Now I definitely have to stick with you. This whole situation feels silly. I can only imagine what a passerby would think of a sight of me being lectured by a tiny girl Hi! Hi! Stop it. Maybe I should just go with her now. Fine, do what you like. I sigh. I might as well make the best of this. What do you want to do? Emmy thinks for a moment. Well, I promised Rin I'd stop by her mural. So let's do that. I'm confused. I confess, I'm slightly curious as to how her mural turned out myself, so again, I consider there are far worse fates. I give a nod of assent and find myself almost dragged bodily through the crowd as Emmy races to our destination. By the time we reach the dorms, I can feel my heart pounding. My heart shouldn't be pounding after just that. Take a few deep breaths, willing myself to calm down. I don't have the most normal-looking people in the school, but I still have to be here. Sometimes I almost wished I'd lost a hand or something. Yeah. At least then it'd be obvious that I belong. Instead, I don't even look sick. Even now, trying to catch my breath, I just look out of shape. Emmy looks back and notices my state of distress. You're not gonna die on me, are you? Please don't. It'll be my fault, and I don't want to deal with that kind of guilt. I love her. Besides, after the last time, I really don't think I need to see that again. Especially because the nurse was totally say it's my fault. I'm fine. Guess I need to start running after all. Nah, you wanted to keep eating your greasy whatever it was. See? It's a good thing I found you, right? Yes, it was. Maybe. Of course I don't add that. It would be in this state. Well, of course I didn't add that. I wouldn't be in this state if she hadn't dragged me across the festival grounds. Further conversation is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Rin. And with that, I'm going to leave that there. I know it's just coming up to 4, but my throat's hurting, so I'm going to give that a wee save. What's the save called now? It's Carnival! Nice. Nice! It has been a fun day. It has been lots of fun. Tomorrow I will be back again with some more Grimshire so that we don't lose momentum on those, but we will also be back with some The South Park sticker truce too. Oh. Ha! So don't worry about it. I will be back with other games in the near future. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It means a lot. And cheating. Bye bye! Bye! Bye!